Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name is Selena with Essence of the Moon. Today, we're stepping into the energy of a new oracle deck that was lovingly sent to me for an honest review. This is Mother Morts Carnival 1897 oracle deck, and it was sent to me by US Game System. And I've spent some time connecting with it, feeling its energy, and letting it speak to me. As always, this space is rooted in truth and integrity. I'll be sharing what I genuinely feel, what resonates, what might not, and whether this deck could be a soul match for your practice. So stick around as we head into this hauntingly incredible deck, Mother Morts Carnival 1897. So let's dive in, guys. So again, this is Mother Morts Carnival 1897 oracle deck. Here is the side, and here's the backing. It's a pretty hefty box. So this is by Matt Hughes, which I think he has several other decks, and I have one of his, and I can't seem to recall what the title is. But definitely check out his artwork and his work. It's absolutely beautiful. So step right up and enter Mother Mort's Carnival of 1897, a magical place where you will experience the karmic balance act of life. Mother Mort is a powerful triple goddess who leads you through the Carnival 1897, where you'll witness death-defying acts and meet a host of frightful characters. For this is where the cursed, ill-doers meet their fate and face their doom. So keep that in mind, guys. Those like young Jane, who have suffered from more than their share of misery, find a kind of magical cleansing and rebirth here. Which fate will you encounter? Read the poignant story of Jane's strange carnival, Odyssey, in the 80-page hardcover book. Meet the menagerie of characters and creatures in the 32 green foiled accented oracle deck with gilded edges. Discover their messages in the 76-page full-color guidebook. And this deluxe set includes your own copper foil carnival ticket. So again, this is by US Game System. And that is what the inside looks like. It is a magnetic cover. And here is our lovely ticket. How fun is that? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, just beautiful. So it has the ribbon to help you pull out all the content. Here is the 80-page hardcover book, which was described in the backing of the box. Isn't that gorgeous? So you have 7 acts or 7 chapters. We have Mr. Edwin Cartwright pays his respects, a special invitation to Mother Mort's Carnival, the witch in the well, you will never leave this place, Jane, the memento mori machine, the siren song, and the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So in this book, it goes through Jane's story. She's the young girl who loses both of her parents, not at the same time, but her father passes away from a heart attack at 5 when she was 5 years old. Her mom was left alone and was distraught with the loss of her husband. Here comes Edwin, who was a friend of the father, heard about his passing when he was away and decided to pay his respects later on. 6 months later, they get married. Shortly after that, the mother passes away by food poisoning, but he paid off the so that they wouldn't say for sure what it was that killed her, but it was poisoning, because the family dog also passed away. The daughter, however, did not have any of that dessert and lived. So now he was stuck with a little girl he no longer wanted to keep. So he tried to offer as well many times by poisoning her, giving her food. She refused to eat, knowing what had happened to her mother. So she was very malnourished, underweight. She grew a garden in her yard, hidden from her stepfather's view. And she was able to feed herself whatever she can that way, or whatever, whoever would give her anything on the street that she knew. Along come the carnival, Mother Mort's Carnival, and he was seduced by a beautiful lady to go to the carnival. And of course, the lady invited the daughter. They all go to the carnival together. And that is where, as stated in the back of the book, of the back of the box, where the wrongdoers will meet their fate. So here is the guidebook. 76-page guidebook. So here it says, Mother Mort's Carnival 1897 is an especially poignant type of circus where a magical type of cleansing occurs. Each booth has a way of attracting its own audience. You notice that while everyone enters each tent with a smile, no person leaves a booth with the same expression on their face as the one they wore while entering. In fact, if you count closely, you'll notice that some don't leave at all. Guided and governed by Mother Mort, a powerful three-form goddess who, throughout the years, has gone by such mythological names as Hecate, Trivia, Ershkigal, the Carnival 1897 is a magical space where cleansing, both good and bad, can take place. You and the other fair-going attendants might meet terrible ends. You might leave being cursed or with knowledge of your ill-timed fate. Or if Mother Mort and the performers within each booth decide, you might have find restorative karmic justice for the traumas and wrongs you've experienced over the course of your life. These sorts of magic and miracles exist together, both kindness and redemption, dancing in paradox with pain and consequence. So are you willing to face the horrors of the carnival? If it means you might find your deepest desire rewarded among the booths and performers, are you brave enough to shed the armor and defense mechanism of your daily life and enter a carnival of enchanting you might never leave? Do you dare test your luck? So it gives you on how to cleanse your deck, how an oracle is a portal, get to know your deck, different types of spreads. So you can do a single card, which is the most popular oracle card pull, a single card drawn in the morning to prepare for the day ahead. Consider how the card feels or how it meaning can help guide you. Use a single card, it's perfect for journaling or for pairing with meditation. 2 card, the first card represents the energy coming in. Second card pulled shows a challenge. Third card, another popular reading. A 3-card pull is helpful for quick readings. The different variations offered can guide you to answer the question you ask. So past, present, future, energy, action, advice, present, challenge, breakthrough, and additional thoughts. And here we have the different cards and the character. So Arsenic Jane, she's the protagonist of the story. And it talks about the interpretation of her card, the Bone Fairy, Carl's the Chemist, Crone Mort. So yeah, so we're going to go through some of these cards. Okay. So let's dive into the cards. So again, this does have a lovely green ribbon. Here is the box that they come in, which is very nice. Okay, so here is the cards. They all have some type of foiling on them, which is beautiful. Here's the green edging. And let me show you the back. Please don't mind, we have a storm coming in. Isn't that beautiful? Just beautiful. So here's Arsenic Jane. And notice the shadows on her face. She has dark circles. Her skin's pretty gray. And this is all about the story on how she ended up looking like that. She's beautiful. So here we have the Bone Fairy. Look at his wings. Looks like a dragonfly. How they sparkle in the sky when they fly by you. Isn't that cool? And Carl the Chemist. Crone Mort. How cool is she? The keys. I love the green foil on here. Dream Cadaver. I mean, look at these images. The detail. Fire Eater. Look at how cool that is. The accent foiling is really top notch. These are like a linen material as well, which I absolutely love. Hoodwinks. So let me tell you guys, I am deathly afraid of carnivals. I don't like clowns at all. But this one I was okay with. I have a clown phobia, so I will say that. So this is the King of Crows. Look at this guy, Kismet with 9 eyes. And 6 horns. He's so cool. The Astounding Lady Macabre. Lightbringer. She has a huge candle dripping over her head. So pretty. Ludus the Wag. Madame Pythia. Look at her face, guys. Maiden Mort. The Memento Mori machine. The Amazing Mills Tatty. Yeah, these are some interesting characters in the book. The Mirror Mary. Mr. Kane the Banker. Molly and Wally the twins. The Morrigan, the Great Queen. Look at her face, guys. And here we have Mother Mort, also with keys in her hands. Divination. Look at that. Look at all the details. The moth that's covering his mouth. His eyes have keyholes. So one-eyed Jack is to represent in another form Odin. The puppeteer, look at her face. Has 4 hands. Professor Simberg, the artist. And the teeth. The Sandman with his bag of eyeballs. The Siren who ended Edwin's life. You guys need to get this deck, read the story. I was in tears at the end. I could not put the book down. Look at her, the Sphinx. Witch in the Well. And Warm Tongue. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous decks. So let's see how they shuffle. Like butter. Like butter, guys. Yep. Yeah, and they snap right back into place. Which I dislike when I do the shuffling and they don't. Yeah, look. Right back into place, which is really nice. So they snap back great. They're not stiff. A lot of new decks are stiff. They had, this is an incredible quality material. Okay, so let's do a 1 card and let's do a 3 card and see how they go together. So I'm going to pull out my little guidebook here and we're going to do let's do past, present, let's do past, present, and future. A lesson you have learned in the past, your present energy, and the future it holds. Okay. Okay, so a lesson I have learned in the past. These spirit guides. 1 card for a lesson I have learned in the past. What lesson have I learned in the past? What lesson have I learned in the past? Maiden, thank you. What is my present energy, please? Here, guys, what is my present energy? What is my present energy? What is my present energy? Interesting. What is my present energy? What does the future hold for me? 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 One card, please. What does the future hold for me? That is my future. Morgan, the Great Queen. Okay. So let's look at the guidebook and see what each of these characters mean. So for a lesson I have learned in the past, I have Maiden Mort. She represents youth, vitality, sexuality, and fertility. It encourages you to follow your dreams and discover new passions and interests. Focus on self-discovery, seeking answers and truth. Reflect on your self-imposed limits and assess whether these hinder such explorations and thus stunt your growth as a person. Be true to yourself always. It is not selfish to explore and obtain your desires and needs, but remember throughout this journey of self-discovery, do not lose empathy. So this is my lesson I have learned in the past, and I highly agree with that. The next character is this would be present energy. Ooh, this card right here. Seek medical attention if you have perhaps been putting off doing so, or merely to put one's health first and prioritize your physical well-being. It reminds us that our bodies are fragile and require essential maintenance to ensure longevity. This card represents toxicity in people and situations. Avoid these as they will poison you against others and yourself. Ooh. So this card represents disease, illness, and health issues, but it's also reminding me to stay away from toxic people and situations, as they will poison me against others and myself. That's the current energy. How perfect is that card right now, as I am learning to do so. Wow. And Morgan, the Great Queen. As we all know, she is she's adorned with Celtic symbols. She's a Celtic or an Irish mythology associated with war and fate. Before battle, she whispers in the ears of warriors, revealing their destiny, striking fear into some and inspiring others to victory. So the interpretation of this card for my future and what it holds. Drawing this card represents upcoming strength when you're in the spotlight, in the moment of conflict or an important discussion. The Great Queen rides alongside you, so you have courage in yourself and trust that fate is on your side. Just don't get too attached to any one particular outcome, as Morgan might know more than you know about the situation, and somehow it will resolve itself. How wonderful it is to get this card at the end and this card in the beginning. I think this whole message 100% resonates with me. How wild is that? So that is my 3-card Mother Morts pull. Let's see how they pair with some of these other cards. I pulled out a couple decks to see how they read together. So the first one I pulled out is the Ehrenberg Tarot, and I did a study on this deck, a group study with Carrie's Mystical Musings. Let me tell you, this deck is phenomenal, and let me show you why. It is a US Games deck, and check that out. Okay, here we have the 3 of Pentacles, Morgan the Great Queen, and Wheel of Fortune. Maiden Mort, 3 of Cups, 2 of Wands. I think they go together because everything kind of zoomed in and it looks a little, not your typical Rider-Waite-Smith. It just goes in directly into the card itself. And I think it goes well. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, that's a good read. 10 of Swords, Sandman, Ace of Swords. So let me tell you what the Sandman, I mean, I think we all know what the Sandman is about. But, ooh. King of Crows, the Star, and Strength. King of Crows is a protector. And it goes really well with Strength and Star. This reads phenomenal together, guys. Hangman, Mother Mort, yes. 9 of Pentacles, absolutely. Wow, these go great together. And Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Mills Taddy, and Temperance. This is Horror Terror by Inside Edition. So here we have the Magician, Mr. Kane, the Banker, and the 4 of Pentacles. Ten of Swords with Strength, and the Tightrope Walker. The Fool, Bone Fairy, and the Hanged Man. I actually like how they look because of the contrast with the red and the green. Knight of Wands, 4 of Wands. Yep. The last pairing is Happy Halloween. This is by US Games. Sunny Graves. Oh, how perfect. The High Priestess with the Crone and the Hanged Man. Six of Wands. Yeah. I think these kind of do go together. Memento Mori. Ray of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, or the King of Swords, El Rey, Seven of Swords, Justice, ooh, and Molly and Wally. So Molly and Wally actually do seek justice out for animals, which is funny because they got the Justice card. So there will be justice for the abuse of animals, mistreatment of animals. And that brings us to an end of this review. My loves, thank you for sharing the sacred space with me as we explored Mother Morts Carnival 1897 together. If this deck speaks to your spirit or sparks curiosity, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, or if you have already worked with it yourself. As always, I'm here to share from the heart, just real connection and intuitive truth. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap on the bell so you don't miss the next journey we take together. Until next time, trust your inner knowing, honor your energy, and keep dancing with the moon night. This is Selena by Essence of the Moon. Bye, guys.